Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Waverley Basketball Stadium, the Falcons' Nest, for the Victorian Youth Championship Women's game between Waverley Falcons and the Ballarat Braves. Bendigo Braves, sorry, not Ballarat. And the first possession is with Bendigo. So Michaela Miller from Waverley advancing the ball down. She's got it to Sam Lambie. Lambie takes it to the top of the key, looking for options. She's got a teammate out there on the left-hand side who puts up a three-point attempt. It doesn't go. Miller with the rebound comes back and gets it to Lambie, whose shot is also off target. Now the Bendigo team brings the ball back down. It's Strawhorn kicking the ball around, gets it across the wing. Three-point attempt doesn't drop. That was from Hurst, replacing Rachel Mangan in the lineup today. Miller can't get it to drop either, and there's a foul there on Sam Lambie. That's Hayley Harrington, has just caught her a little bit high. So those of you in Bendigo, we hope that you're able to connect with this stream, brought to you on Live Sport Australia. As the Bendigo team goes down the other end, and the score is good. Just having a little trouble with our scoreboard at the moment. We will attempt to rectify that shortly for you. Sam Lambie drives the basket. Harrington with the outlet pass, gets it across to Rennie. Rennie looks for options, gets it inside to Hurst. Back to Harrington. Harrington working hard under the basket. Bendigo with a 2-point lead at this stage. We are now two minutes into the game, and it's the only score at this point. Ball into Harrington. She kicks it out to the top. Back to Harrington. Her shot is good. In fact, that was Jessie Rennie that put it up. Miller can't get it to drop down the other end. So Falcons have had a lot of attempts at the shot attempts, but have not been able to convert. Score is 5-0, 7:42 on the clock in this first quarter, as Mia Parsons turns and floats it in. First score for the Falcons. Falcons trying to get the ball out. It was all wrapped up there. Ellen Cox couldn't push it out. And the foul call, this time on Harrington, as Caitlin Angus drove to the basket. She'll go to the line with the Falcons trailing by 3 points. She narrows that to 2. Looking for and getting the final free throw. 1 point game. Falcons extending the press down the floors. They've been successful. Angus gets it into Miller. The ball goes over the top from Lambie, but tipped out of bounds by the Bendigo Braves. So they get the ball back. Falcons get the ball back. Lambie looking to drive. Pulls up. Gets it back to Miller. Miller into Parsons. Parsons can't control the ball, and she's turned it over to Bendigo. Bendigo bringing the ball in. Here comes Strawhorn. Kicks the ball back to her teammate. That's Maddie Sexton. A great little floater there. Doesn't drop. And there's Sexton. Short. Harrington under the basket. She's fouled. And she will go to the line. So the Falcons now on first team foul. Bendigo on 3 already. Falcons really do need to take advantage of this. They need to find ways of drawing a couple more quick fouls from Bendigo. Get some of their starters off the court. As Harrington nails the first. Misses the second. Parsons can't haul it in. It's gone back to Bendigo. This is Hurst. And she makes no mistake. So the lead back out to 4 points. Miller. Long three and she gets it. 1 point ball game. Parsons looking for the steal. Doesn't quite get it. It's gone out of bounds. Bendigo ball. So Hurst drives, kicks it off to her teammate. Miller with the rebound, under pressure, gets it back to Angus, back to Miller. She's looking for options. Angus has got Lambie on the left-hand side. She waits. Perhaps should have moved it quicker there. Falcons' offense very static at this point in time. It's down to under the 6 seconds mark. It's got to go up. Miller will put it up. It's short. Falls into Parsons' hand. She makes no mistake. That was more luck than skill. And there was a bit of skill as Hurst drives the basket and floats it in. Lead change again. 1 point to the Braves. Miller kicks it across to Lambie. And there's a three-pointer from Ellen Cox. Another lead change. And Cox, not moving her feet, reaches in and gives away the foul. And it is going to be called a shooting foul on the continuation. Subs coming in. Lola Getty's coming in for Cox. And didn't quite see who's come on for Bendigo. Good basket there from Sexton. Mia Parsons with the rebound after the missed second shot. Gets it across to Miller. Miller's running down the floor. She's got Geddes on the outside. She gives it to her. Lola kicks the ball around. Gets it back to Parsons. Parsons drives. Spins. Kicks it out to Lambie. Lambie's three-point attempt. Hits the back of the ring. Doesn't drop. And there's Sexton kicking the ball out to a running Hurst and another 2 points. Falcons need to do something about their matchups on Hurst because she's been allowed to get to the basket too easily the last 3 times down the floor. Geddes, 3-point attempt, didn't ever look like it was on line there. And now Mead across to Sharp. And there's a lovely little isolation play there to, let's see, Sexton drop the ball in. 3-point lead to the Braves. And Sexton manages to almost steal the ball, but certainly spoiled Miller's attack on the basket. Geddes somehow gets the ball up, doesn't drop. Lambie just pushes it out of court. And the refs have got the right decision there. It's going to be a Bendigo ball. And we'll be back ever so shortly. We'll try and get the scoreboard, the clocks going again for you. So we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Falcons' Nest. It's 2:44 to go in the first quarter. Falcons down by 3 points to the Braves. And another foul. It's now the third team foul on the Falcons. Actually, sorry, I apologise. It was a foul against the Braves. So the fourth team foul for the Braves, 2 on the Falcons. As Angus gets the ball back from Geddes. Ball nearly cross court there. Geddes back to Parsons. Geddes turns the corner, kicks it out to the new player on the court. That's Nia Locke. Locke has been a bit of a surprise packet for the Falcons this season. Miller looks up, doesn't get the shot. She gets the rebound though, dives on that ball, and somehow it's all locked up. It will be a Falcons ball. They will have a full should have a 14 on it. Yep, the clock's been reset to 14. Parsons' shot doesn't go. Geddes almost with a steal, and there's going to be a big foul there on Miller. Just running into the back of number 6. That's Anna Mead. All good. So we've been able to reset the clock for you, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be able to see the game clock as well as the shot clock winding down. As Bendigo tries very hard to get the ball down into the key. Good defence there from Nia Locke, just hassling the players. She brings the ball down. She's got Miller. Elects to go to Geddes. Now it's back to Miller. Now to Nia Locke. She's quick. Gets it back out. Now Miller. Parsons has got her open shot. It's going to miss. Nia Locke with the rebound. Floats it up. Scores. Almost a foul there. Not called. Bendigo players drive to the basket. Can't get there. Blocked by Locke. That was Brooke Mangan whose shot was blocked there. Now Locke driving down the floor. She fakes. Doesn't get the ball up. It's been this time a block by Mangan down the other end. And it's gone off Locke. 31 seconds to go in this quarter. It is a 1-point game, so the Falcons coaching staff will not be too displeased at this point in time. The way Bendigo came out of the blocks, it looked like it was going to be much more of a one-way street, but Falcons have worked their way back into this contest, and now we have another violation. So a turnover to the Falcons. Ball come in. Again, Locke will be the recipient. She's only got 6 seconds. She kicks it out to Parsons. Parsons' shot doesn't go. And it's all wrapped up there. At the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, Bendigo, slim lead of 1 point. See you shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Falcons' Nest. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's the 30th of April. And the news, of course, is that Bendigo is leading the Falcons by 1 point. It is the Moulton Victorian Youth Championship Women's game. The end of the 6th round. In not too long, the state champ men's team of Knox and Waverley will be doing battle out at the State Basketball Centre. We'll try and keep you updated with some of those scores. Of course, Waverley getting up over the McKinnon Cougars last night in a very tough encounter. And over at McKinnon, talking about them, they are currently underway. They've got a a game going on there. And so that's the girls. The state champ women are currently playing, and it is McKinnon 16 to Warrandyte 17 in the first quarter. McKinnon, of course, having had a bit of a horror start to the season in the champ women, but have just lately been stringing up a couple of wins. Turning their season around as Nia Locke gets the ball. She kicks it out to a teammate who overshoots it. That looks to be Angus, I think. Oh, it's Cherry Russell, sorry. Locke to inbound the ball. She kicks it into Parsons. Parsons back out to Geddes. No, Locke almost loses it. Ball goes up and in. Harrington with the ball now for Bendigo. Spins, turns on Cherry Russell. Parsons with the rebound. And she's all wrapped up. It'll be a Bendigo ball, I think. No, it should go the way of the Falcons. So Parsons to inbound the ball. Gets it across to Grace Beasley on the court for her first run. It's back to Cherry Russell. Now Beasley. Beasley loses control of that. Bendigo ball. So Sexton. Now it's back into Sexton. She's been good so far this game. She doesn't get it to drop that time, but somehow made her way through two of the Falcons players with a fairly reasonable attempt on the basket. Subs coming in for the Falcons. Angus in for Parsons, and we'll get you the other sub shortly. It looks to be Gemma Caputo is in for Geddes. And the shot goes in. 19 to 16. Bendigo way. So Bendigo getting the steal. And there's Hurst. She also has been outstanding since coming on. Certainly given them a lot more drive than they in that first quarter, and she shows no sign of slowing down in this quarter as well. Harrington goes to the line, makes the first somehow. Now the lead eking out as she gets the second to 5 points. 7:33 to go in this second quarter. Angus into Locke. Back out. Here's Beasley driving. She's been fouled. And she'll go to the line. The second team foul now on the second team foul on the Braves. Beasley gets her first. And the second. So Some discussion with the score bench at the moment between the refs and so on. A little hiatus for us at the moment. All seems to be well. No, there's still some discussion going on. And it looks like they're just adjusting the scores. So it's 18-21 is the score. So and the foul then on the Falcons. So Annalise Hurst going to the line. Not quite sure what the percentage is, but the Bendigo players have shot exceptionally from the line so far. And I'll just check that out for you at half time. Locke cuts hard, finds the teammate. That shot is poor. Ball's back with Hurst. She comes off the screen and loses control of the ball. Good defense there from Miller. So it's a turnover to the Falcons. And again, another foul will send Grace Beasley to the line, and that is now the third team foul for the Bendigo Braves. There are 4 on the Falcons. Beasley, of course, bench player on the state champion women's team for Waverley, gets her first. And she's definitely benefited from the experience of playing with the senior team. And the WNBL players that are on that team, Tegan Cunningham and Kelly Bowen. But today, back in the under-23 competition, as Bendigo drives. Locke with the steal, drives hard. She's got Grace on the outside, doesn't drop. She almost gets her own rebound, but it's been picked up there by Sexton. Sexton goes all the way, isn't fouled. Somehow Grace Beasley loses control of the ball and turns it back over to the Braves. 3-point shot from outside is good. Little floater there from the Falcons player in Gemma Caputo. Locke with the rebound. She's picking up the stats, but she almost loses that one. Saved by Beasley. Back out to Locke. Locke launches. Too big. Now a big baseball pass, but Locke read it well. It's back with the Falcons. Beasley slows it down. Spins. Looks for options. She's got it in Parsons. Angus. And Locke sees the ball go out of bounds off the Bendigo player, so it's a Falcons ball. Caputo will bring it in. Locke sitting down and is replaced by Parsons this time. Caputo, top of the key, weighs up her options, skip pass across the key. 3-point attempt. It's Ellen Cox with 3. Falcons staying in this game somehow. Angus with the rebound, gets it across to Cox. Cox back to Angus. Angus has got Beasley. She gets it back to her. Now back to Cox. She skips it out to Caputo. Caputo's 3-point attempt. Short. Now Bendigo coming down in numbers. The 3-point is very good from number 15. I think that's 15. It could be 14. And that was Jessie Mangan with the 3. Bendigo kicking it through hands. Falcons trying to sit in a 3-2 zone, 2-3 zone, sorry, and not moving their zone at all as the ball skips from side to side. So it's leaving a lot of space open for Bendigo to attack the basket there. Now Bendigo sitting in a bit of a matchup zone there. Cox cuts through, finds the open space, good pass into her, and she scores. Poor pass to the cutting Bendigo player. Sees the Falcons get the ball. It's with Caputo. Caputo down to Cox. Cox will spot up. Shot in and out. Caputo dives on the rebound. She wraps it all up. It should be a call. Yep. Jump ball. So here comes the Sam Lambie onto the court, has almost got the steal. Just simply goes out of bounds ever so slightly. Coach Brendan Gordon imploring the refs that wasn't out of bounds, but it was. So Bendigo ball. Cox putting pressure on the ball. Bendigo gets it round. It's down. The shot clock is down to 3 seconds. That goes up, and Falcons player fouls. That's the 5th foul on the Falcons. So the Falcons have put Bendigo in the bonus. And Hurst misses the first. Not surprised that Hurst was the one that was attacking the basket in those last 3 seconds. She has been very good so far. Talking about it, she gets the ball into Harrington. Harrington kicks it out. The shot is too strong. Lambie with the rebound. Pushes the ball down to Miller. Back to Lambie. Lambie back to Miller. Miller fumbles but gets it across the top to Parsons. Now back to Lambie. Lambie drives. Blocked by that Dynamo Hurst. It's gone out of bounds and it'll be a Falcons ball. However, with only 8 seconds on the shot clock, there's a timeout to the Falcons to see if they can get something out of this possession. We'll be back ever so shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with 1:39 to go in the first half at Waverley. It is a close game as the shot goes up from the Falcons and out of bounds. Bendigo ball. So Bendigo with possession. The shot goes up from Jesse Rennie. No good. Miller with the rebound, gets it across to Parsons. Parsons drives. She's met by a couple of Bendigo players. Hands are off to Lambie, who drives and is fouled. She'll go to the line. It's now the fourth team foul on the Braves. Falcons already on 5. So the score 26-29 with under the last minute in this half. Harrington driving on Parsons. Parsons, great defense there on her. She fade away jumper and it's good. Falcons now, there should be 2 possessions in this game. Cox can't get it to drop. Lambie hassling to try and get that steal and stop any further scoring. Hurst can't get it to go. Again, it doesn't surprise me that it was Hurst that was attacking the basket there in the few seconds that were remaining. And a shot goes up from Mia Parsons. So, 2-point ball game at the halftime. We will be back in about 6 or 7 minutes to bring you the second half of this Moulton Victorian Youth Championship game between the Waverley Falcons and the Bendigo Braves. Harrington, she kicks it out to the top. Back to Harrington. Her shot is good. To Harrington, she kicks it out to the top. Back to Harrington. Her shot is good. 5-0. 7:42 on the clock in this first quarter. As Mia Parsons 5-0. 7:42 on the clock in this first quarter. As Mia Parsons it in, it's gone back to Bendigo. This is Hurst, and she makes it in. It's gone back to Bendigo. This is Hurst, and she makes no mistake. Miller, long 3, and she gets it. Miller. Long 3 and she gets it. More luck than skill, and there is a bit of skill. More luck than skill, and there is a bit of skill. And there's a 3-pointer. And there's a three-pointer. And there's Sexton kicking the ball out to a running Hurt. And there's Sexton kicking the ball out to a running Hurt. Open shot, it's going to miss. Nylock with the rebound, floats it up, scores. Got an open shot, it's going to miss. Nylock with the rebound, floats it up, scores. Nylock almost loses it. Ball goes up and in. Nylock almost loses it. Ball goes up and in. The ball and turns it back over to the Braves. 3-point shot from outside is good. The ball and turns it back over to the Braves. 3-point shot from outside is good. Top of the key. Weighs up her options. Skip pass across the key. 3-point attempt. Top of the key. Weighs up her options. Skip pass across the key. 3-point attempt. Now Bendigo coming down in numbers. The 3-point is very... Now Bendigo coming down in numbers. The 3-point is very... Sitting in a bit of a matchup zone there. Cox cuts through, finds the open space. Sitting in a bit of a matchup zone there. Cox cuts through, finds the open space on her. She fade away jumper and it's good on her. She fade away jumper and it's good. The basket there in the few seconds that were remaining. And the shot goes up. Basket there in the few seconds that were remaining. And the shot goes up from Mia Parsons.
Chrome Sportswear takes pride in being the most reliable supplier of sporting apparel and teamwear in Australia. Check out the Black Chrome website and leave the stress of unreliable suppliers and setbacks behind. Head to blackchrome.com.au. Australia's emerging leader in custom-made jewellery, Jewel Empire is an Australian business that specialises in making unique and eye-catching corporate jewellery. To see Jewel Empire's full range of mesmerising jewellery merchandise, beautiful corporate branding and spectacular rewards and recognition awards, head to jewelempire.com.au. For all of your game highlights, game reviews and scouts, as well as promotional videos, speak to the team at Custom Video Analysis Online or visit their website www.customvideoanalysisonline.com. There is nobody else that offers the services that CVAO do in the way they do. Make sure you check them out. Sporting Fine Arts' vision is to showcase grassroots sport through art, merchandise and apparel. Contact them today to order an individual or team portrait, a premiership poster or even a customised t-shirt of your club. Visit their website sportingfineart.com.au
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you're enjoying this game as we see the Bendigo with a slim lead over the Waverley Falcons here in going into the second half of this Moulton Victorian Youth Championship game being broadcast to you today on Live Sport Australia. Live Sport Australia is a new initiative designed to bring you local sport around Australia, and a big shout out to our foundation partners up in Sydney, Australian Sports Network, and in Brisbane, Nothing But Net Media. We'll be bringing you good quality coverage, we hope, around Australia. And we should be increasing the amount of content that you have access to over the coming months. As Harrington gets the rebound, Falcons were unable to convert on that, and Lambie fouling, reaching in. First team foul for the Falcons. Ball goes up, doesn't go in, but recovered again by Bendigo. And again, there's Hurst in the middle of all of that. Talking about her she gets the ball in deep corner, doesn't get the shot to drop, but almost gets the ball back. Miller receiving the ball from a good pass from Beasley, can't get the basket. Lambie hassling the Bendigo player. Falcons trying to be a lot more assertive in their defence this quarter as Parsons brings in the rebound, gets it across to Beasley. Beasley has not imposed herself on the game so far. Normally she is a double-digit scorer, as we see her drop that ball short. So it's been not perhaps her best outing so far. And again, the score has not really, scorers have not really been challenged this game. Quite a low scoring game, bit of a grind either way. As we see Parsons get the rebound and is fouled. First team foul for the Braves, 2 on the Falcons in this quarter. As we see Miller with the ball, she kicks across to Lambie. Lambie turns, spots up, doesn't drop. Miller with the rebound and the layup. 1 point game. Lambie pressuring the ball down. Harrington turns, spins. There's a mismatch on Beasley, but she decides to kick it out. It's back into Harrington under the basket. Good work there from Lambie to just put enough pressure on for Harrington to lose control of the ball. But then a poor pass. Oh, just suddenly getting it across, but Lambie just slid her foot out of bounds. And it's a Bendigo ball. Lambie not really understanding that that's what happened. But quite clear on the camera. As we come down. Falcons ball. Miller now with the ball, gets it from Beasley into Parsons. Parsons double teamed. Back out to Beasley. Beasley turns, spins, can't get it to go, and she reaches in then. Did not need to do that, because that's now the third team foul on the Falcons. And it's with 7 minutes to go really puts them in a precarious position foul-wise. And there's that young lady again, Hurst, scoring the 3 points. Best on ground for my money at this point in time. Parsons drops the ball up and scores. It's back to a 2-point game. And nearly a conversion off that steal there for the Falcons, but it's still with Bendigo. Back out to Hurst. Hurst fakes, puts the ball up, doesn't go, but her teammate gets the rebound, stolen by Parsons. Back out to Miller. Coach Brendan Gordon quite frustrated at the lack of transition offense there from his team. Hurst, on the other hand, pushes the ball down very quickly to her teammate in Harrington. Gets it back to out there to Rennie. Rennie over to Strawhorn. She loses control. Miller with the ball now. Bring it back quicker. Now Beasley holds it up. Mia Parsons drives. Can't get past Harrington. Good block there from Harrington. It's gone out of bounds and it looks to be a Bendigo ball. So lock back on for the Falcons. Harrington works hard on Parsons and then was fouled by a reach-in. Parsons had it covered, did not need, I think that was Miller or Beasley. I'm not quite certain whom. I think it was Beasley that reached in. She's going to sit down, and Lola Geddes comes back onto the court for the Falcons. So Harrington at the line to take this out to a 3-point lead is what she'll be hoping for. No, she misses that. Lock with the rebound, and she's been fouled. Second team foul on the Falcons. On the Braves. Falcons sitting on 4. Geddes brings the ball down. Kicks to Locke. Locke skip past to Miller at the top of the key. Back to Locke. Locke drives. Floats it out to Geddes. Geddes should have gone straight up with a shot. Instead, she tried to drive. Was stymied. Back to Locke. Locke's 3-point attempt. Hits the ring. Doesn't. And Miller not able to control the rebound. Sees Hurst go away with it. And Hurst, again, at no surprise, gets the rebound. First down the floor. Just missed the shot. And it's a Falcons ball. Locke bringing the ball back down. It's gone to Angus. Angus. Back to Parsons. Parsons pulls up. Floats it in. It rolls around but drops. Ball back down to Hurst. Good defense there from Parsons, who did get back this time. Now she kicks it out to a running Locke. Locke, smart play from her. Gets it to Miller. Miller goes up right hand, not left, and misses the shot. Layups win games, girls. Should not be missing uncontested layups. And there's a good example of one. Locke now with the ball for the Falcons. Angus, double teamed, drives through that. Can't get past Harrington this time. She gets the ball back from her. It's been called a jump ball. Very quick on the whistle that time, the ref. And it'll be a Bendigo possession. So, under the last 4 minutes of this quarter, It's a 2-point game. Bendigo steps out of court, unfortunately. And this is one of the courts in the around the place that you're very clear as to what is in and what is not in. Some of the other courts are very difficult to work out which line is the basketball one, as Miller hits a three-pointer. And now, for the first time since the beginning of the game, I think that the Falcons have got a lead. It's only a point, and it may not last for very long, but it's there. And Harrington, going to the line, has been fouled. Question is who it's on. I think it might be on Michaela Miller. That's her second, and it's put Bendigo in the bonus. So Karen Harrington at the line. It's Hayley Harrington. Rather famous name for Bendigo. All tied up at 37 all. Geddes, poor pass. Cox wraps it up along with Sexton. Falcons get the ball down. It's with Miller. Back out to the top. It's now with Geddes. Geddes' three-point attempt offline. And another foul, this time on Miller. Her third, and that will take the Braves down the court. So not a good result for the Falcons. This to retake the lead. Jessie Rennie, along with Hurst, has been very good. She makes no mistake about that. So now a 1-point lead turned into a 2-point lead. And another turnover by the Falcons. Sees Harrington go to the line yet again. And it's a timeout to Brendan Gordon, the Falcons coach. We also shall take a timeout and be back in about 30 or 40 seconds. Okay, as we head into the last 2.5 minutes of this third quarter, I'll just run through some of the key stats for you. Waverley is shooting at 25%, 14 of 55 attempts. Bendigo, not much better at that. They're at 28, 13 of 46. So low scoring game, not a great conversion rate from either team. Both teams shooting the 2 points around the same. Bendigo, however, got 33%, 5 out of 15 from 3 points. And that's really been the big difference between the two teams so far. That and the lady who's got the ball at the moment, Mr. Sexton, and Hurst, who's really made a difference. Harrington also been very good for the Braves. Locke. She's been the shining light for the Falcons along with Mia Parsons. They've really injected some energy in there. A rebound count is being won by Bendigo, 42-37. And turnover count the other way around. 15 turnovers to Bendigo. Make that 16 turnovers to 9 for the Falcons. Bench points all coming from the Falcons bench. 9 from the Falcons bench, none at all from Bendigo. So again, not perhaps the the kind of stats that the coaching staff on both teams would want to see. Certainly would like to see a much higher shooting percentage from both squads. But it is what it is. And there's another turnover. Poor pass from Bendigo. Sees Lola Geddes go down the floor. This time she scores. Simple layup. Left-handed. And up on the left hand as she should have from that angle. Bendigo now turning the corner, and now they've drawn a foul. I think this time on Locke. Yes. So that will be her third. Scores all tied up at 41 each, but of course Bendigo in the bonus. They still have 3 to give away. Falcons not able to draw those fouls from them this quarter. So 2-point lead now to Bendigo. Subs coming in. It's Caputo for Waverley, replacing Locke. So Caputo across to Parsons. She's looking for Geddes, who will take the hand off. Poor pass from her, but Bendigo not able to control it, so it will go back to the Falcons with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. So no one has really taken this game by the scruff of the neck and imposed themselves. There's been some good efforts from a number of individual players, but again, not really dominating one way or another. Geddes at the top of the key. She's got Miller setting the screen. She's lost control of that. Back to the Falcons. Miller with a long three, and she gets it. So, much against the run of play, Falcons have ended up with a 1-point lead going into the break, and we'll be back ever so shortly. We are back here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the Bendigo Braves drop 2 into the net. And Falcons, within 4 seconds of the start of this quarter, have already racked up a foul. That was on Ellen Cox. It's her fourth, I think. Yes. So I'd be expecting to see her sit down very shortly. Geddes pulls up, doesn't drop. It was a good look. Now the subs coming in, so Geddes sitting down along with Cox. Caputo turns, finds a way to the basket, almost drops it in. That was a nice little left-hand attempt. Ball's now with Bendigo. So Rennie, I must of course say that Rennie has been a quiet achiever too, even though she turns the ball over there. And that's been the Achilles heel of the Bendigo Braves today, is their turnover count, as Miller scores another 2 on a quick transition basket. And Bendigo can't get it to drop. It was Rennie whose shot didn't go. Beasley kicks the ball out to Parsons. Back out to Peasley. She's calling for a screen. Running horns. They get it back to Miller. Miller fakes the shot, gets it across to Angus. Clock's down under 4. Angus drives. Doesn't get it to go. No shot clock violation, even though the clock went off. And now the ball's gone out of bounds. Out of bounds. And it will be a Bendigo ball. Now another foul on the Falcons. Caitlin Angus picks it up this time, her first. It's the second team foul on the Falcons. And it puts Alex Strawhorn at the line. She misses that. Now the interesting thing that we were looking at during the break was that there have been no contributions on the scoreboard from the Bendigo bench whatsoever. So with that basket, Strawhorn now makes all of the starters for Bendigo as having got onto the scoreboard. They have a slender 1-point lead over the Falcons as Parsons looks for the option, goes over the top, can't get it to drop, and there's that girl Hurst again. Beasley with a steal, she can't get it to go. And now the foul, reaching in, did not need to do that. It's now the third on the Falcons. Sam Lambie to come in. She will replace Beasley. Beasley now on four fouls. Parsons with the rebound off the missed shot. She's being hassled. Lambie, Caputo saves the day there, and she's been fouled by Hurst. First team foul for the the Braves. Now, this is what might hurt the Falcons down the track, the foul count. They've been competitive, but now they're just simply giving too much away to the Braves in such a tight game. Caputo, clock down, she drives, left-handed layup, doesn't go. Lambie gets the hands in, they hold the ball up, and Caitlin Angus, the recipient of a smart little pass, drops the ball in. 1 point lead to the Falcons. Falcons have got to play very clean defense there. Just put pressure on the ball without fouling, and there was Angus doing the exact opposite. It's now the 4th team foul, 2nd team foul on Angus, personal foul. Bendigo's got 14. The steal by Caputo. She's been good, contributing well off the bench for the Falcons. Only 1 point, but she's brought lots of energy. Falcons can't stop that score. Lead change yet again as Lambie drives the lane. She overshoots the basket and it's gone out of bounds. Bendigo ball. It's into Harrington. Harrington can't get it to drop. Rebounded there by Bendigo, but all wrapped up by Lambie. So it's a jump ball, Bendigo away. And it's a timeout. This time I think it may have been to Bendigo. I didn't quite see who called the timeout there. And we'll be back ever so shortly too. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There is just under 6 minutes to go as Bendigo goes to the line. There's another foul that's been called there. The shot has been waved away by the refs, but that puts Bendigo in the bonus. So the Falcons have fouled their way into trouble here as Harrington goes to the line, and she has been very good from the line so far. And she scores that one. So if I have a quick look at her free throw percentage. Well, actually, it's not as good as I thought it was. So she's only been shooting 33, but she made no mistakes there. Lock back onto the floor after that timeout. Kicks it across to Parsons. Parsons shoots, misses everything. Harrington with the rebound. All of a sudden, Bendigo with the wind in their sails have lifted the intensity at both ends of the floor, and the Falcons are looking a little ragged at the moment. Sitting 3 points behind, they just that was way too easy. Not one person moved on that inbound throw from the Falcons. So Angus over to the lock. This time she's in space. Can't get it to drop. Well, it's been called off Harrington. Bit lucky perhaps there, the Falcons. I thought she'd managed to tap it into Angus's hands. A drive from the Bendigo, no good. Harrington can't get it to drop. Lock can't quite control it, but it has been knocked out of bounds by the Bendigo player and will be inbounded by the Falcons. Lambie, long pass, well read there by Harrington. Now back with Miller. She kicks it to Lambie. Still no contribution at all from the Bendigo bench as the shot goes in for the Falcons, and all of a sudden they're back in this. It's a 3-point game. Closing out on the 4 minutes as Parsons steals the ball, and she's been fouled. Tactical foul there, perhaps not one that under other circumstances you wanted, but it's allowed Bendigo to bring in some fresh legs. Falcons have done the same. Lambie can't get it to go. Parsons picks up the spoils. Now we're back within 1 point. 52-53. And Harrington travels. No. Yes. Yes. It looked for a moment like the ref was in fact going to call a foul there, but she indicated the travel. Again, the thing that stands out in this game is that no bench points at all from the Bendigo players. All players have been on the floor for Bendigo, as Grace Beasley puts it up too short. Again, she has really not provided the normal spark that she does. As this Hurst can't get the ball to drop, but a great attack on the basket from her. No Falcons closing the gate on her. Found a way easily to the basket. It's still with Bendigo, this ball. Ball will kick in. They go around the top. Well, interesting decision there from the Bendigo player. She had Hurst open on to her right. Instead chose to throw the ball down to a player who was covered and was looking to get into space, but there was none. Little fake there from Lambie. She gets it to Parsons, who steps to her right, can't get the ball to drop. That's not really her range. A little bit out, a little bit too far. Turnover to the Falcons. So again, another thing that's been killing the the Braves is in fact the turnover count, as this time we get a 3 from Miller. Is that going to be the story of the game? Is Michaela Miller going to suddenly find the way to impose herself on this game for Waverley? No, says Hurst, I'm going to do that instead, and she drops another 2. Again, I think for me, I would give her my best on ground. She has been outstanding. Beasley back to Miller. We're down to 6. Last 5 seconds. The ball has to go up. Beasley's shot hits the ring, but offline. Hurst again, 3 points. When it counts, she's done all the job. So the biggest lead of the game for a while. It's a 3-point game. And it's the way of the, well, it's going to be, I think, a 4 or a 5-point game as we see Hurst go to the line after that foul. Of course, they are in the bonus, so every foul that the Falcons give away at this point is going to send Bendigo Braves to the line. There's a timeout now called by the Braves. Just running through some of the key stats, the Bendigo has picked up their scoring percentage to 29 from 28 to 29. Falcons up from 25 to 27. The rebound count absolutely convincingly won by the Braves, 60 to 41. But the turnover count is huge for Bendigo. That is 28 turnovers to 11 for the Falcons. So really not a good stat for them. They'll be happy with the rebound count. It's now updated. The stats have updated themselves. It's now 60 points, 60 rebounds. But again, the concerning thing for the Braves coach would be that turnover count, 28 to 10 for the Falcons. So with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go, it looks like the momentum is all with Bendigo in this very tight game. So Hurst going to the line. Makes the first. So that makes her the leading scorer in the game at the moment. 2 points ahead now of Michaela Miller from Waverley. Harrington has been good for the Braves. She's on 15 points. Sexton 14, Rennie 12. And for the Falcons, of course, Miller, as I said before, with 16. Parsons with 12. Locke with 8. Cox with 8. And Angus with 6. And another air ball from Grace Beasley. That is... And another timeout to Bendigo. Well, maybe Coach Brendan Gordon should be looking at the players that have actually scored for him. And for me, I think we would want to see Locke on the court at this point. Beasley seems very out of sorts. Whereas, again, the Bendigo coach would probably be back to the starters, because they're the ones that have actually been doing the job for her. So this will bring the ball down to the throw-in line. And they don't need to score. All they need to do is to work their way through the 24 seconds, waste that down as much as they can. The Falcons have got to get a steal, they've got to get a score, and they need to be fouled on it as well. Bendigo have got 3 fouls to give, so they can just stop the clock, allow the Falcons to wear the time down, and they should, at this point, run away with the game. And the coach, Megan Moody, has in fact put all of her starters back on the court as Hurst finds a way through. They looked for a quick score. That surprised me. They didn't get it. Miller going back down the other end. Can't get the score. She wasn't fouled, according to the ref. There was contact there, but it was all clean. And Falcons have the ball. There's 25 seconds to go, 19 on the shot clock. As I said, they need a very, very quick score, and they need to be fouled on it as well. And that's not going to help them as Miller puts the shot up, doesn't go. Caputo with the rebound, gets it to Parsons. That will help them. Is it too little too late though? With 16 seconds to go. It's now a 3-point game. No, that doesn't go. Miller, however, with the rebound. They've got to get the ball up. They can't hold it. Miller puts the shot up. It goes. All tied up. 60, all tied up. Now the last roll of the dice for Bendigo to avoid an overtime period. What are they going to do? We'll be back to find out in about 30 seconds. So, with 7.4 seconds on the shot clock, the game all tied up. Can the Falcons stop any kind of a score? And no, they can't. Timeout to the Falcons with 5.2 to go. That was absolutely brain fade territory from the Falcons. Great vision from the Bendigo player on the sideline, saw that her player had back cut and was open under the basket, and it was, in the end, it was just too easy. Anyway, we will be back again in 30 seconds to see what Brendan Gordon and the Falcons can do. Can they tie it up yet again? I would have lock on. She's, well, at least he's getting Grace to throw it in. And there it is, same again, and there it is, all tied up. Beasley, it was almost mirror image. Mirror image, Falcons must not foul, and they don't. We go to overtime here at the Falcons' Nest. Another 5 minutes. We will be back ever so shortly to bring you the final part of this game. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for overtime one at the Falcons' Nest. Everyone has spent 4 periods, 40 minutes to get to this point where it's start there and Hurst travels. If anyone was going to get to the basket there, it was going to be her, but she somehow just took that extra step. Caputo back to Beasley. Beasley now to Caputo. Caputo's being pressured, gets it to Miller. Miller has been fouled by Hurst. That is now the 4th team foul for Bendigo. Now the fouls actually follow on, so Bendigo is in the bonus already. They have 1 to give away and both teams will be there. Falcons need to draw that foul. And Beasley has drawn it. Now she's scored. Finally, Grace says. So both teams now in the bonus. Beasley. Normally a good free throw shooter. She misses that. It's a 2-point game. Caputo pressuring the ball down. It's with Mead. Mead kicks it through top. She attacks the basket. She finds Harrington under the basket. Harrington somehow attempts the shot. Mead with the rebound. It's gone back into Mead. Now the drive along the baseline. It's out to... can't see who that player is. But it's now with the Falcons after the missed shot. Caputo into Parsons. Back to Caputo. She kicks it. Poor choice. She tried a very difficult shot. Pass, and that's Sexton, who's been good. Now Beasley doesn't drop. Sexton with the rebound. Gets it back to Mead. Shot goes up from deep corner, overshoots. Beasley with the rebound. Game is all tied up, 64 all. We're down almost halfway through the overtime period as Beasley drives around the corner and she scores. So it's only now that Beasley has started to show the signs of what she's capable of. Falcons really trying hard to hold Bendigo out, and they managed to do that. Bendigo picks up the offensive rebound though, another rebound to them. They're winning that count. Beasley with the rebound. Driving down the floor, she'll kick it out to Miller. Miller finds herself in some space. She puts it up and 2 points. A 4-point gap now to the Falcons. So back in again. Last 40 seconds of the game. What can the Bendigo girls do? Can they force their way through and put the Falcons under pressure? So far they haven't been able to score. That goes in and out. Parsons gets the rebound. Over to Angus. Now with Beasley. Bendigo pressing down the floor, but the Falcons get it into the front court. Miller double teamed. She's lost it to Hurst. Hurst's shot didn't go, but there's been a foul. And that will see the Falcons walk the length of the court. It looks like against the flow of the game, the Falcons have somehow come out, found a way to get this game in the last 5 minutes of the game, the overtime period, and that 30 or 40 seconds of the last fourth quarter. Miller back out to Beasley. Beasley again slowing it down. Back to Miller. It's down to 7 seconds. Miller kicks it out to Angus. They're just passing the ball around now. Beasley with a shot that doesn't drop. It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you've enjoyed the stream. We will be back ever so shortly. Well, next week. Game from the Falcons' Nest here on Live Sport Australia. By the way, like us on Facebook on Live Sport Australia, Falcons TV, nothing but Net Media or Australian Sports Network. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week.